Hey up everybody, how the devil are we all doing? It's 10 nipples galloping. Honestly, I don't even know at this point. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to build an immersive hardware store, but we're doing it with a twist. Oh yes indeed. For this build, all Atomic Shop items are banned, every single one of them, and that includes any glitches using said Atomic Shop items. This is going to be great. So first up, we've got to pick a location, and I've chose just here, right near the werewood. And yes, this has probably been shown on 20 other videos on YouTube. So after spending all my free time going through other content creators' videos and stealing the camp locations, what I like to do is go to said location and start doing my build. The layout for this one is really simple. It's going to be 3 foundations wide by 4 foundations long. It shouldn't take you too much time at all. Now we've completed that monumental task, we're going to start putting walls down. And remember, we can only use vanilla items, so we're going to have to get creative. As you can see here, I'm using steel walls or the warehouse set, whatever the bloody hell it is. But I'm actually leaving them face the wrong way round so we can see all the beams on it. It just breaks up the texture a little bit. Like I say, guys, we've got to use all the things available to us. I'm also going to mix it up a little bit by throwing in different materials. So I'm going to be using wood as well as the warehouse. And we're just going to follow that pattern all the way around. We're going to be splitting it up with half walls, maybe a couple of cheeky full walls. Who knows? We're just going to go mad on it. Also, guys, while you're watching this aneurysm-inducing tutorial, don't feel you have to copy what I'm doing down to a T. If you want to use a different wall, then go ahead and use a different wall. The world is your oyster. You can use whatever the hell you want, as long as it's not Atomic Shop items, god damn it. Jesus Christ, I've just realised how bunged up I sound. I thoroughly bloody apologise for that. Anyway, I'm just going to fast forward these next 18 years of me being indecisive to the point of where we're putting the top arches on, and that's pretty much it for this stage. Once you've plopped them down, go to the front of your build and admire your handiwork so far. Looks bloody beautiful, doesn't it? So for the next stage, we're going to embody the spirit of Dad Bod, and we're going to build a little hangover veranda-y thing at the front of our shop. You want to grab yourself some stairs like I've done here and place them on the arse end of the second foundation back. You can see what I mean if you look at the video. We're then going to take the half floors, not the full-size ones, the half floors, the clue's in the name. And you're going to build out until one of said half floors is hanging out over the front of the shop. You see? Dad bod. Now make sure you place them floors all along the front of your store and get the corner pieces as well. When you've done that, run up the stairs that you created earlier and start placing down half walls all along them 4 pieces you just put down. And again, mix up the texture if you want to, or don't. Like I say, it is your choice. I'm sure whatever you decide to do, it's going to be absolutely bloody beautiful. Once you've done your half walls, take a couple of minutes to admire your work, or take a couple of minutes to yourself. You could even go AFK. You could even go for a dump if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you. Either way, once you've done whatever it was you decided to do, jump back up onto the veranda and destroy all them half walls with a flamethrower trap. Now that you've burnt away all your half walls like I did to my career prospects by not doing well in school, we can start deleting the little veranda that we created. So let's just go ahead and do that. I'll fast forward this bit. And now, judging that everything's gone to plan, you should be left with something like this, a load of floating, burnt out half walls. We've now got to start shifting around some foundations because we need some roofs under our destroyed veranda, but they're obviously sitting at an odd size because we've used half floors. If we could use the catwalks, this wouldn't be that difficult at all, but because we can't, we're going to have to do it by eye. So all I'm doing here is just changing walls to doorways and deleting foundations so I can move around some other foundations. If you need to, go back and rewatch that little segment. When you've moved all of that, we need to move forward these foundations, but we need a reference point as well, don't we? My reference point is going to be this doorway here, and I want this foundation that I'm dragging forward to sit in the middle of that doorway, or as close to as I can get it. Somewhere like that. Yeah, that'll do absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be bang on. We can then snap our other 2 foundations at the front of the store to that foundation. Perfect. What this messing around has allowed us to do is be able to put walls in where they shouldn't be placed, and that in turn will allow us to put roofs in underneath our veranda. Dead simple, innit? Before you carry on, guys, as you can see, I put half walls above these walls here and destroyed them with a flamethrower trap, so make sure you do that. Now we can delete these walls, but you'll see we can't delete the last one because it's holding the roof up. Really simple walk around to this, select it, replace it for a slopey boy, and you'll be able to delete the wall. Job's a good one. All we have to do now is put down another run of foundations at the front of the store, grab ourselves some wall pieces, and put on our storefront. Simple as that. Now it's time to do the roofs, and some keen-eye viewers amongst you may notice that I accidentally used the asbestos set. Oh dear. But that's okay, we'll pretend we didn't see that and move on. The roofs will go on quite nicely until you reach this point. The problem we've got is our veranda roofs are interfering with this slopey boy that we're trying to put pudding. We change this roof piece into what is most definitely not the asbestos set and then destroy that with a flamethrower trap. Once we've done that, wouldn't you know, we can now put in a slopey boy over that roof piece. Absolutely beautiful. I'll go and do the same on the other side and then I will be right back with you. What I like to do is put down roofs. It makes me feel very special and puts me in a good mood. Yeah, as you can see, all we're doing is filling in this middle gap of roofs. There's not really much to it, is there? Probably could have shown this earlier, but that's okay. So now we need to roof up our veranda area. As you can see, I've fixed all the earth walls around the front of it, but I have left a little gap there, and that's for something else later on. If we could access the Atomic Shop items, I could literally hit replace on this roof here, change it to a flat piece, and we'd be able to put another piece in over the top of it. No problem whatsoever. But because we're crippling ourselves like a one-legged man tap dancing, we can't do that. For some strange reason, you can't swap out the vanilla item in certain circumstances. So we're going to have to resort to our old friend, the flamethrower trap, and we're going to destroy both sides of these roofs, including the middle piece. And what do you know? Once we've done that, we can actually place down some roofs over the destroyed pieces. Absolute witchcraft, isn't it? God, I love Fallout 76. The build is actually starting to come along. It doesn't look that bad, does it? However, we are going to have to scrappy it up a little bit, but that is where we're going to struggle. We don't have much to make it look a bit more shit. Yeah, that's the word. Usually, I'd just get some junk walls and slam them down all over the place, and that gives a really nice effect, and the new slatty boys for windows are really nice as well. Obviously, we can't do that. So in this little gap here, I'm going to place down one of the guard posts. This is why I left it open for this very, very special reason. Special's the wrong word. It's not going to look 100%, let me tell you now. Once we've got this all lined up and we've got it just sticking out through the destroyed wall, when we hit repair, we should have some barbed wire and sheet metal sticking through. Ain't that bloody fantastic? No, but it's the best we've got, so we're just going to have to run with it. Make no mistake, we are bloody limited on scrappy stuff. I've already used this bloody thing up here, which just happens to fit there nicely. It won't really work anywhere else, but we do have these defensive walls that we can utilise as well. Now, yes, in this gap here, we could just place it down on the floor like we did at the front of the shop, but let's mix it up a little bit. Now, the camp module is actually a really valuable asset. You can float items with it. I actually use this method to make some of my seance table that I copied off a random guy on PlayStation that I've never heard of in my life, but anyway, moving on. If you want to see that video, it's my haunted house build. I'll leave a floaty card in top corner. It does take a little bit of pissing around, but you can get these defensive walls to sit on top of the camp module, just like that, you see. Beautiful. Now when we hit repair and we change this wall into the warehouse set, we can see that fence sticking through the wall. That's pretty much all we can do on the outside. We are hitting our limits of what we've got available to us, but there is a couple more things we can use to tart it up a bit, but the vast majority of it is going to be in the decoration side of things, which I'm absolutely wonderful at. No, that's a lie. I hate decorating. For some strange reason, I've deleted the floors in the front of our shop, so we're going to go ahead and replace them. We're then going to grab ourselves one of these stair posts and we're going to slap that in there. We're then going to remove the floor for a second time and slip in a small one underneath the big post. That is exactly what she said. We can then replace the foundation and then go to the other side and repeat the process. If you do want to run these posts all the way up the side of the building, destroy the mouth walls with a flamethrower trap and slip in another tiny stair post. All that's left now in terms of actual building is to put down some of these shack stairs all around the front porch. I tell you now though, that's not looking too bad, is it, considering we've used no Atomic Shop items whatsoever. Pretty proud of that. We'll just jump on the roof and I'll show you a cheeky little thing I've done up here. I've hidden our generator inside our veranda, so we'll just go ahead and hook the power up so we can actually have some lights. We're not bloody cavemen, are we? Well, some of us are. Fortunately, the best lights in the game are actually vanilla. You don't have to buy them from the Atomic Shop. Cage bulb lights. These things are absolutely bloody beautiful. They're one of the only yellow lights in the game. I think that's the correct term. And they look fantastic with immersive builds. To be honest with you, they look fantastic with everything. Just like my little red dress. And now, guys, it's just literally down to decorating. I mean, I like to throw down toilets for some unknown reason. I guess it is an hardware store, so technically it kind of makes sense, but yeah. TNG's Toilet Emporium. Trading shit for script since 2076. Beautiful. Try and make use of the rug glitch. It can make an empty camp look really full. Just put down the items you want to move on top of a rug, and then you can drag them into a shelf. It's dead simple. For the interior, I've gone for these big ginormous yellow shelves. Again, you can put things on them, but it is quite tricky. I've found that the Greek letters set actually sit nicely on these shelves, and it makes it look like letters that you can stick on your wall. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but it'll be retip morning. For the counters, there's a number of things that you can use, but I've found these wooden shelves work out the best. I mean, to be honest with you, they're actually better than the bar pieces you can get in some circumstances, especially in immersive builds like this. The bar pieces are just too clean or too brightly coloured. What I'll do now, guys, is I'll cut away to some footage of the camp decorated so you can have a look at what I've done. It's not brilliant, so don't get too excited, and I'll catch you in a second. And that's it from me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. As I said at the beginning, if you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you really want to help a guy out, please hit that subscribe button too. I upload Fallout 76 content weekly, so if you want to see more bullshit like this, and yeah. Anyway, guys, as we say in the north, I shall love you and leave you, and I'll catch you next one. Have fun.